You're a soldier in the middle of an operation when suddenly aliens arrive, destroy the enemy that was overrunning you, and abduct you. What do you do? How goes it, folks? Jolly Yellow talking to you, and welcome to Transmissions from the Beyond, where I explore lesser known and sometimes majorly known works of science fiction. Today's transmission is about the 2025 film Osiris. Directed by William Kaufman, the premise behind Osiris is an elite military unit is working their way through an operation in the Middle East when out of nowhere an alien ship appears overhead. The next thing the members of the unit experience is waking up in storage vats. As they get their bearings straight, they learn something has their sights set on them. So, for the things that I enjoyed in this movie, the combat sequences were something else. I will also especially put some attention on the opening combat sequence at the beginning of the movie. The way it basically what will happen is the beginning of the movie, you start with a perspective up in the sky, and then it slowly zooms in to the area where the elite unit is carrying out their operation. It kind of just slides in behind them. It's almost like the beginning of a Call of Duty game or the beginning of a Call of Duty level or anything like that. And even from there, that's definitely a good opening sequence and a great combat sequence in my opinion. But even the other sequences that take place throughout the rest of the movie, I very much enjoyed them. It wasn't just a whole lot of jerk the camera around and throw it all over the place, and then all of a sudden there's a victor and a loser. Like, you could really see what was going on, get a good look at everything. So yeah, I just have to give a lot of props and shout outs to the combat scenes in the movie. And mind you, a lot of it is gunfighting. There is some melee combat, but it's mostly gunfighting. But I feel like it was just done really well. Now, not to give away or spoil what the ending is, but I very much enjoyed the ending because it opened it up for potentially building a franchise. Now, I don't know if that was Kaufman's intention there, but with the way it ends, there's absolutely room to do, a sequel, maybe even a prequel to fill in some gaps of things that happened before the movie starts. So there's more room where you can maybe do like books, comic books, video games. Maybe it's all going to depend on how well this movie sells or how many people will watch it. If we get any more like it, I personally would like to see more in this. I don't know, we have to wait until we get the extra content and then call it the Osiris universe or something like that. But I would really like to see more with it. And I would be actually kind of disappointed if we don't get any more out of it, because that ending would basically become a cliffhanger. And I'm not a fan of cliffhangers. There's no such thing as a perfect movie. And I do have a couple of gripes with this film, Osiris. First and foremost, the lighting. I understand it's a sci-fi action movie with some horror element to it, the fear of the unknown, something sneaking upon you and everything like that. But the lighting really got on my nerves in this movie. Like, I understand, usually, lighting is something that is definitely manipulated to great use and effect for building up tension, building up fear, horror moments and jump scares and all of that. But the lighting that goes on in this movie, which in the end does make sense, it just felt a little annoying because it felt like the lighting was just randomly tweaked with and messed with for arbitrary reasons. Like, it didn't feel like it was a natural part of what was going on. It felt like someone artificially deciding, okay, we need it to be spooky here, so we're going to turn it down. Oh, well, there's some exposition going on here, so we're going to turn the lighting back up. It didn't feel like it was a part of the story. It felt like it was, director, producer decisions with the lighting. I did not enjoy that very much. I can probably chalk this other one up to me having just watched so many of these types of movies over the years, but the character deaths are far too predictable. I'll say, he starts off with, I believe, with a squad of 6. And anybody who's seen a movie like this, that entire squad is not going to make it. That's not a spoiler. But I will say that with the way the members of the unit get taken out, too predictable. You could literally see it coming from a mile away each time one of them was about to be taken out. There was hardly any surprise to any of the deaths that were in that movie. So I still enjoyed it, had a good time with it. But it's just, I saw so much of it coming, but that could be more of a judgment on me than on the movie. As for where you can find this, unlike most of the movies that I've done in this transmission series, they've been, on some streaming site or another, but this one is actually available on Hulu as well as physical DVDs in stores. In fact, I first came across this movie, just randomly going through the movie section at Walmart. I picked up something and it was like, oh, something called Osiris. And then a couple of days later, I'm on Hulu just searching around and seeing what's on, and I see, hey, it's Osiris again. I just saw that in the store the other day. So that was real nice, convenient there. So again, it's on Hulu, and you can also find it on physical DVDs in stores. Thank you for taking the time to listen today. I will be back soon as I continue to explore lesser known and sometimes majorly known works of science fiction. As always, keep exploring. Transmission over.